Hello, my name is Maria Miller from mathmammoth.com. In this video, we're going to look at two situations where we can use mental math to divide decimals. The first situation is where we divide a decimal by a whole number. You can think of that as having your decimal and sharing it with so many people. Think of sharing apples, but this time the apples will be tenths or hundredths or thousandths. And for example, 3/10ths shared between three people, how much does each one get? Each person will get 1/10, right? And remember, each division problem you can check by multiplication. It's like backwards multiplication. You take this number times this, and you should get this. Okay? So 1/10 times 3 should be 3/10ths, and it is. Now, 28 hundredths divided between 4 people, how many hundredths does each one get? It's 7 hundredths, right? Or 54 thousandths divided or shared between 6 people, everybody will get 9 thousandths. So it's easy. Here, 1.5 divided by 3, 1.5. Or it's also 15 tenths. And so 15 tenths divided between 3 people, everybody will get 5 tenths. Here we come to somewhat of a problem because 5 you cannot divide evenly by 10. But we have a trick. Let's make this to be, instead of 5 hundredths, we will tag an extra 0 there, and it becomes 50 thousandths. Okay, so we have 50 now, 50 of our apples. 50 apples shared between 10 people, everybody will get 5 of those apples, and our apples are now thousandths. Okay? 5 thousandths. And you can check by multiplying again. 5 thousandths times 10 should be 50 thousandths. And here the same trick works. Initially, you cannot divide 2 evenly by 4, okay? But we tag the extra 0 here, so we have 20 hundredths now. And then that will be divided by 4, is 5 hundredths. The other situation where we can use mental math is, it's a division by a decimal. So decimal divided by a decimal. And we can think of how many times does it fit? How many times does this number fit into this number? Or the divisor fit into the dividend? And in my example, it goes evenly, okay? And of course, in real life, you might have situations where this number would not fit evenly to this number and you would have a decimal as an answer. But in this lesson, we are not dealing with that. We're just dealing with easy mental math situations for now. How many times does this fit into here? It's like 4 tenths and 12 tenths. 4 fits into 12 3 times. And check by multiplying. 3 times 4 tenths will give you 12 tenths, or 1 and 2 tenths. And here, how many times does half fit into 4? Is simply easily 8 times. 8 times half is 4, so it checks. And how many times does 4 hundredths fit into 36 hundredths? Note now that that's the same question as if asking how many times does 4 fit into 36. The answer to both is 9. And even if I had 4 thousandths, how many times would that fit into 36 thousandths? Still the answer would be 9. Okay. I have this kind of patterns in my books for children to learn from. Now here, 35 hundredths and 5 thousandths. Let's make this to be thousandths too, so it's easier to think. Now we have thousandths and thousandths, same kind of parts. You can think, how many times does 5 fit into 350? And so the answer is 70 times. And here, similarly, this is tenths, this is hundredths. Let's make them the same kind of parts, like that. And now we can ask, how many times does 100th fit into 80 hundredths? Which is the same question as asking, how many times does 1 fit into 80? And 80 times. Or here, a tenth, and then here is 7, whole number. Let's make it 7.0, or think of it as 70 tenths. So 1 fits into 70 times. There's another way to think about this problem. It is, think of first, how many times would 1/10 fit into 1? That's 10 times. And so to 7, it would fit 7 times as many times. Oh, 7 times 10, 70 times. It's a similar one. 7 again, but here is 1/100th. How many times would 100th fit into 7? Let's make this to be 700. Think of it as 700 hundredths. And so the question is, how many times 1 fits into 700? Well, 700 times. And this here also starts a pattern that you could continue, because children love patterns and they learn math from them. How about if it was 1,000th? How many times would that fit into 7? If you look at this pattern here, you can see the answer is 7,000.